Hey Mud Mashers, my name is Steffen. I'm one of the coaches here at Gymnazo, and I'm going to take you through one of our basic exercise routines to get you guys prepared for that mud run. So the way this is going to work is we're going to have 5 rounds of 6 exercises. You're going to perform each exercise for 45 seconds. Then you got 15 seconds to kind of rest, catch your breath, move on to your next exercise. Then after your round, you got about 90 seconds to rest for the second round. Of course, we can scale this on your fitness level. So if you want to cut down that rest, maybe 10 seconds, 5 seconds, no rest at all, that's perfect. Just remember, when you perform these movements during the mud run, it's going to be for a short period of time, then you got to do all that running. So just try to scale it like that. Alright? So our first movement we're going to do is what we call a squat jump. Now a squat jump, we have to be doing a lot of jumping up to high places to grab things during our mud run. So what we want to do is we want to load our system, just like our muscles are like rubber bands. We want to load and we want to explode it really high and jump. One difference though I want in this is we're going to change it and we're going to do what we call SFT positions. These are 6 basic positions that we kind of find ourselves in every day, because I know when I go to jump things, maybe when I play in a basketball game, I don't always have those perfectly shoulder width apart feet. So we have 6 positions. I have my left foot in front, I have my right foot in front, I have wide, so wider than shoulder width, narrow, more narrow than shoulder width, I have everted or toed out, and I have inverted or toed in. Now what I want you to do with these squat jumps is we're going to alternate them. So I'm going to start here in my RXX or my right foot in front. I'm going to load, I'm going to jump in the air, I'm going to switch to my LXX, land soft on my toes, absorb that shock, LXX. Now again, I'm going to jump high, now I'm going to land wide. I'm going to jump high, I'm going to land narrow. I'm going to jump high, land toed out or everted, and jump high, toed in. Alright, we're going to cycle through that for those 45 seconds. Get a huge leg burner, glute burner, just fight on, alright? You get 15 seconds to rest and move on to our second position. So our second movement is we're going to do a pull-up matrix. By matrix, I mean we're going to take our body through those 3 planes of motion. So not just your basic pull-up, we're also going to be pulling ourselves laterally to each side, and we're going to rotate our body to each side. So find yourself a pull-up bar, monkey bars, whatever you have in your gym. Go hop on that horse, and we're going to pull up. I want full extension all the way up. Then I go laterally to one side. There's my right side, laterally to my left side. Then I'm going to rotate to my right side, and then I'm going to rotate to my left side. Again, cycle through that. 45 seconds down, it's going to be another burner. If you guys have any sort of resistant band at your gym, you can go ahead and throw that on. Throw a foot in or a knee to give you a little more resistance so you can hold on for those 45 seconds. Our third movement is going to be a crawl. You're going to be doing a lot of crawling when it comes to that run, under things, over things, through mud. So I just want you guys to get those motions ready. So all you need is some wide open space. What we're going to do is an anterior crawl or forward crawl to a lateral crawl or left to right. So maybe tape out maybe 12 feet. That's a good distance, so I want you guys to get low. Keep that body height very low to that ground because you have to go under a lot of things. You're just going to crawl nice and low forward, maybe 12 feet. Then I want you, once you're here, we're going to move laterally to one side. Another 12 feet. Then we're going to go back laterally to the other side, keeping that body height nice and low. Then we're going to go backwards or posterior to our starting position, and then go back through the whole thing. Again, another 45 seconds. 15 seconds rest takes us to our fourth movement. Our fourth movement is what we call a common leap matrix. Again, matrix, moving through those 3 planes of motion. Common being our common movements, which would be forward, to that same side lateral, to that same side rotation. Now a leap we define as from one leg to the other. So this is really working on getting some distance, controlling your movement, controlling your ability to slow yourself down and then return. So I'm going to get set, and I'm going to go from my left foot to my right foot, and go my anterior leap or forward leap, nice soft land on my toe, and I'm going to return. Now I'm going to do my lateral leap to that same side, left foot to right foot, and return. Then I'm going to do my rotational leap from my left foot to my right foot, turning my hips, facing that way, and returning. Right side's done, now I go to the left side. Right foot to my left foot, anterior leap, return. Lateral leap, return, and transverse flaming leap, return. Again, cycle through that for 45 seconds. Our fifth movement is a little mix-up on classic SFT push-ups. So you guys know our basic push-ups, but again, this time we're taking it through those 6 SFT positions. So just like I said, with those squat jumps, we got 6 right hand in front, left hand in front, wide, narrow, hands out, and hands in. So we're gonna get our nice set position. My hips are neutral. I don't have too much hyperextension, or I don't have hyperextension in my back. My hips aren't high, I'm neutral, and I wanna get that full range of motion, low and up. I'm gonna switch my positions low and up. And there's wide, there's narrow, there's hands out, and there's hands in. Again, cycle through that for those 45 seconds. If you need to, we can start on our knees and kind of scale that, all right? And finally, our last movement is we're using dumbbells. So we've got a lot of running to do in that race. When we run, we really need that spine to rotate with us. Chances are a lot of you guys have some jobs where you have to sit at a desk and we don't get to release our spine as much, especially that thoracic spine, just staying static all day. So what we're gonna do, grab 2 dumbbells. Here, I've got 10s. Of course, again, scale it on your strength level. I want a little bit of speed here because I really want to get that rotation in that spine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start 1 dumbbell in each hand. I'm going to keep it at my shoulders or chest. What I'm going to do with my right hand is I'm going to reach down towards my opposite side knee or my left knee and kind of get that rotation in my trunk and in my spine. And the same side foot's going to pivot along with it. And as I come up, I'm going to take my opposite side on my left arm and I'm going to rotate back towards that opposite side and I'm going to get some extension all the way up. So it's going to look like full speed. It's down to up, getting that pivot in each foot, down, up. Good rotation in the spine. Half of 45 seconds is about 22 seconds. Give yourself a second to kind of switch positions. But when you get through halfway of those 45 seconds, switch to your left arm down, right arm up, left arm down, right arm up, gain those pivot in the hip, and that good joint rotation. Those are our 6 movements. Of course, after that, I'll give myself 90 seconds to recover. I'm going to go through that whole thing again 4 more times. And that's our first workout for our program. All right, guys? Tune back in for the next one.